Alright guys, here we are wrapping up the 2016 season. Just kind of a look at the end here. We're getting into October, and October is kind of when this is my what is that, the south side of my house. As you can see, the trees are here, and basically when we start to get into October, the greenhouse gets sun for 2 hours a day. So I mean, the tomatoes start getting really bad fungal diseases and everything starts dying off. You know, the white powdery mildew gets out of control and takes the life of my spaghetti squash. So I'm just gonna kind of run you over, see how everything's done, and call it a season here. So really impressed with the lemongrass this season. It seems to have done really good in hydroponic solution. Now the hydroponic solution I'm running is the exact same hydroponic solution that I run for my tomatoes, my peppers, my all my squash. Everything in this system is basically set up for just to be turnkey. You know, I didn't want to run several different pumps and reservoirs with different nutrients like solutions. So this is what I did. I just found basically varieties that would work together. So yeah, as you can see, everything I've neglected this for the last 3-4 weeks, so everything's kind of growing together, and you can see everything kind of stretching out, trying to get a little bit more sun. I've opened up the greenhouse on the side here, and it's just popping out the top. That's a Carolina Reaper over there. It's really hard to tell the difference between all of them, but I still have, there's some bell peppers in here. They're just finishing up. They're starting to turn good red. I've already gotten about 2 5-gallon buckets of peppers off the 4 or 5 pepper plants I have here. So the real success story is the Carolina Reapers in these things. I had no idea. I didn't expect them to get this big, but God, that plant is that plant's about 5 feet across and probably 5 to 6 feet tall, and it is just peppered. I had a buddy come over and got a gallon size Ziploc off this already, probably about a week ago, and I don't know, you could just see there's still a lot on there, but as you know, Carolina Reapers, there really isn't that much you could do with them, you know, if you're not real heat tolerant. I mean, you're not going to pop these things like M&Ms. It's like one goes a long ways, and hundreds, I don't know what to do with hundreds, so I might dehydrate them and give the seeds away, I guess. But I've already done sriracha twice. I got 2 quarts of sriracha, jalapeno sriracha, and that's enough for me forever. These are the supposedly white botcholokias, but they ended up being red. My basil has gone to seed. Yuck. Another Carolina Reaper plant. This is the one that I did in dirt, and you know, I'd say it's successful as well. You know, it did all right. This one, I believe I did not top, and I still got a pretty good production off of it. The one in the greenhouse I did top, and you could see the difference. Well, also that's in hydroponic and this is in dirt. So oh, my spaghetti squash, as you can see, white powdery mildew has kind of gotten the best of me here. That spaghetti squash was over the top. It was everywhere, and I think my total squash count for the 3 vines that I have is close to 30, real close to 30. There's still some on here. I've picked quite a few and given them away, but the butternut squash, I didn't get huge butternut squashes. They kind of came on late, so I have a lot of really tiny butternut squashes, but you know, there's a lot of them. There's probably, I don't want to overestimate, so I'll say 20, but there's only 2 butternut squash plants, so that's pretty good. 20-25. And you can see the spaghetti squash is pretty large. I'd say they're probably 4-pound fruit, maybe 5. Okay, into the greenhouse we go. Now as you can see up to the left here, the Carolina Reaper plant is just everywhere. It's just taking over everything in here. Completely unexpected. I mean, nice, but unexpected. I think this is my last tomato harvest. I think I'm going to cut the vines, just because they're starting to get kind of gross. You're starting to see like black spots on them, and it's just getting real humid in here. So, but the tomatoes have gone well over the top, and there's quite a few in here. So we'll have to pick those kind of as they come on when I snip the vines here. So yeah. Ooh, I don't think I've ever really done a root reveal, so I might as well do that kind of end of the season roots on these bad boys. I guess we'll look together because I haven't looked in a long time, and we'll see if we got white roots, black roots, green roots. They're pretty brown. Well, not that brown actually, but wow, yeah, I mean, it's like little trees growing off these things. Yeah, pretty cool. I would say the DWC, as far as all the stuff I do, I do the NFT and the DWC kind of in series here, or in parallel, and the DWC gives a way better product. I mean, the roots are just nice and I mean, relatively white. They've stayed real healthy. The plants have stayed real healthy. The NFT is variable as far as the temperature, so it warms up in the tubes, and you start having problems with that. Also, if you start putting spaghetti squash and other things in the system, you start having overflow issues regardless of the size pipe you have. So I might try and upgrade to 12-inch pipe if I could get some for free. If not, then I'm just gonna have to downsize to maybe like 4 total plants in all this rail, and that's probably 25-30 feet of rail. And it'll fill it up, I guarantee it. It'll fill it up and it'll be everywhere. But pretty cool. I don't know. The whole season went really well, I'd say. I'd say I ended up with about 10 gallons of jalapenos, 10 5-gallon buckets, or 2 5-gallon buckets of jalapenos, total 2 to 3, and then bell peppers probably ended up with 2, maybe 3 of those, but I still have to pick these ones, so there's quite a few still on here, and I'm just kind of trying to make it last. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying not to make you guys dizzy here. But yeah, lots of tomatoes still. But like I said, they're starting to get a little bit gross. So that's my cue. I'm not gonna try and keep it going because I don't know what happens. I just get polite and the vines start getting gross and the tomatoes start getting gross, and then I just got a mess. So I'm gonna cut it out early. All right, until next year. Bye. Okay, one final tip. If you guys are trying to cut these squash off, I don't know if you guys know, but they could be very, very difficult to cut off with a knife or scissors or anything like that. So if you have one of these, a multi-tool, it works really well. Watch, I'll give you a little demo here. Boop. Easy peasy. Make gardening a little easier on yourself. Okay, bye.